Before we get into today's show, let me tell you about the latest deal from Mike Lindell, MyPillow. Once again, the big box stores have canceled their orders simply because they don't agree with Mike Lindell's politics. They don't like it because he supports President Trump. Well, he's going to pass that savings on to you. No more middleman. And boy, does he have some great deals on the Giza Dream Sheets and the Percal bed sheets. Listen to this. Giza Dream Queen Size, normally $139.98. Your wholesale price, $69.99 when you use promo code Joey. King size, only $79.99. The Percal Queen Size, normally $89.98. Your wholesale price, $29.98 when you use promo code Joey. Just call 1-800-893-4059 or go to MyPillow.com. Always use promo code Joey. Free shipping options available. This allotment's not going to last very long. When they're gone, they're gone. MyPillow.com. Promo code Joey. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition Studios. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. Welcome in on this special edition of Just the Truth on this Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. We're going to take a practical look at the origins of Black Friday, how it became a major American tradition, why the yearly surge in spending tells us a lot about the economy, especially when people talk about a possible return to Trump-era economic conditions. Black Friday is one of those cultural events that everyone participates in, but few people really stop to think about. We all know the basic routine. Thanksgiving ends, families clean up, leftovers get packed into the fridge, and by early morning on Friday, sometimes earlier, millions of people spread out across the country start the holiday shopping season with a wave of spending that is impossible to ignore. The term Black Friday itself has a couple of historic threads. The most accepted origin points to Philadelphia in the 1950s, maybe 60s, when police officers complained about the traffic jams and crowds that flooded the city the day after Thanksgiving. Local newspapers picked up the phrase, and retailers eventually embraced it. Now, a second explanation came a bit later from the accounting world. Stores that spent most of the year operating in the red would finally move into the black once the holiday season kicked off. Now, that might not be the original meaning, but it stuck because it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It captured the financial reality of retail. Over time, the day grew from a busy shopping event into a full cultural tradition. By the 1980s and the 1990s, big box stores began using Black Friday as an anchor for the entire holiday season. The idea of the fourth quarter, of a doorbuster deals, took all people lined up early. I mean, literally getting up at 3, 4, 5 a.m. And what started as a normal retail day became what is now a national ritual. Then came the early 2000s and online shopping. Amazon, along with every major retailer, broadened the idea of holiday sales. Cyber Monday arrived. Black Friday deals extended into whole weekends, whole weeks, and now entire months. What used to be a single day, now we have the pre-Black Friday sales. Did you start getting all those emails and notices last week? It's become an extended strategy. Retailers want shoppers active as long as possible, and shoppers, judging by the numbers, are more than willing to oblige. Still, even with the rise of online shopping, the day after Thanksgiving carries a certain weight. It's a symbol, a signal, a way to measure how confident people feel about the economy. If consumers are comfortable spending money on the gifts, the upgrades, the electronics, the home goods, it means they feel reasonably secure about their income and their future. If they slow down, it usually indicates that there are some broader concerns. You can learn a lot about the mood of the country by watching Black Friday data, and we'll jump into that some next week once we have it. This brings us to the political angle that always shows up in economic discussions. For several years, supporters of President Donald Trump pointed to strong holiday retail numbers as evidence of broad consumer confidence. They argued that people felt optimistic during the Trump economy in Trump 1.0. Now we're in Trump 2.0. Low taxes, low unemployment, rising markets made people feel safe enough to spend. Whether someone agreed with Trump or not, you could not avoid the basic point. When people believe they have stable financial ground under their feet, they act like it, and they go out and spend. Critics had their own explanations, of course. They said the numbers reflected cheap credit, strong online retail competition, and the natural expansion of holiday spending regardless of who is in office. They don't care if it's Donald Trump or Joe Biden or whoever. But the broader takeaway has remained true. Consumer confidence is a powerful indicator. People vote with dollars long before they vote in elections. So it's going to be interesting to watch, and we'll get these numbers next week, and compare Black Friday last year in the waning days of the Joe Biden administration as opposed to Black Friday 2025, the first one in Trump 2.0. This relationship matters today still. Whenever political commentators discuss whether the country wants a return to the Trump-era economic policies that we witnessed in that first term, they look at spending patterns. If shoppers open their wallets, it suggests they feel positive about the direction of the economy. Black Friday becomes kind of a national barometer of that. And what makes this interesting is how ordinary behavior this feels. When people shop on Black Friday, they're not thinking about the macroeconomic theory or political messaging, because even Democrats love Black Friday, don't they? They're looking for deals. They want a better price on a TV or a laptop. They want to get their holiday shopping done early, and yet the simple act of spending feeds into a much larger story about national optimism. The tradition also reminds us of how much American culture revolves around convenience and opportunity. We like saving money. We like getting a deal. We like getting ahead on our holiday list. We like the idea that smart shopping is its own form of success, getting there first. And we tend to reward companies that make the process easier, whether they're online giants like the Amazons or local stores hoping to catch some of the holiday rush. Which leads me to a question. I'd love to get your feedback on this. You can text me. You can email me, joey@joeyhudson.com. Leave me a message on the MyPillow message line, 864-477-JOEY, 864-477-5639. Hey, and speaking of Black Friday and shopping, go to MyPillow.com, use promo code Joey, and Mike Lindell has some great Black Friday specials for you. Whether it's the My Slippers, whether it's the sheets, whether it's the 6-piece towel set, which he still has on sale, by the way. I mean, it's a great deal and a great stocking stuffer as well. You're going to get 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, 2 washcloths, regularly priced at $69.98. When you use promo code Joey, they're just $39.98. So go to MyPillow.com, or you can call 800-893-4059, 800-893-4059. Have your credit card ready and use promo code Joey. Tell them you want those Black Friday special deals. But again, regardless of how you're shopping, whether it's in person, whether it's online, we reward companies that give us good deals, that make the process easier. The mild humor in all this is that no matter how often people say they're cutting back or they're being cautious, Black Friday, the crowds still show up. People go nuts. Even if the lines are not as extreme as they were maybe, 10, 15 years ago, people still literally camp out sometimes. People compare prices. They refresh websites. They grab items before they sell out, and they talk with friends about what they found. For a supposedly stressful event, it brings out a surprising amount of camaraderie as people are waiting in line to get things done, to get that special deal. You see people holding spots for strangers, sharing tips, laughing about the same long checkout line that they've been stuck in for 20 minutes. It's a grounded, realistic version of American enthusiasm. Just like Americans love sports, this is kind of a sports event, Black Friday is. Less dramatic than the stories that maybe you see on social media, but people just are energized. It captures the larger theme. Black Friday works because people feel hopeful enough to participate. Now, again, when supporters of President Trump talk about reviving the boom of the Trump economy, holiday spending is one of the benchmarks they watch. They argue that strong consumer activity shows people trust the policies that emphasize growth. Lower taxes, reduced regulation, and a focus on manufacturing and energy independence. Those are big things. If holiday numbers jump, they say it's proof that Americans respond positively to economic environment that rewards work and ambition. Now, others push back and say spending reflects seasonal behavior more than political confidence. You tell me. Again, you're going to see a lot of Democrats out there on Black Friday weekend as well. Either way, Black Friday gives both sides, whether you're Republican or Democrat, something to point to. It's rare that a single cultural event offers a look at how Americans love to shop. What I always find useful is how ordinary the explanation is. People spend when they feel secure. So as we look at this year's numbers, remember the bigger picture. The origins of Black Friday show us how traditions form. The modern version shows us how flexible the American economy can be, and the spending patterns show us how confident people feel in the broader political and financial landscape. This is why analysts scrutinize the data, and we'll get all kind of data next week. It's why political commentators from every angle, from TV, journalists, and yes, podcasters. It's why the day continues to matter even after decades of changing retail habits. Black Friday is not just a shopping day. It is a reflection of what people believe about the moment they're living in. It is a sign of their optimism, that they are about that they believe in what's about to happen in the months to come. When someone buys a new phone, new clothes, or just a small gift for a family member, a big TV to watch some of the football games that are this weekend, the money that they spend contributes to the rhythm of our economy. If you want to view it through the lens of economics and the Trump administration, spending boosts growth. Growth boosts confidence. As I said earlier, confidence creates momentum that leaders often try to claim as proof. So this year, when you see the headlines about Black Friday numbers, look past the marketing language and the flashy promotions. Think about what those numbers tell you about our country. Think about what they say about the future people expect. That's the real story. And whether you shop or skip the day entirely, some people do, it's worth remembering how this tradition grew. Black Friday started as a hectic local problem, probably in Philadelphia. It evolved into a national retail strategy. It's become a cultural ritual, and now it sits at the crossroads of economics, politics, and everyday American life. This is why it remains important, not because of the sales themselves, although they're very important, and you're going to get some good deals out there, but because of what those sales reveal about the American people. Joey Hudson here, and this is it. PhD Weight Loss is running their best deal ever for Black Friday, and it's happening right now. They're waiving your consultation fee, adding 2 free weeks to your program, and even covering the cost of your food. Just mention the promo code BESTDEAL when you call, and you'll get a discount I can't even say on the air. Every year, the holidays hit, the pounds creep on, and by January, we're all back at the gym. But what if you could finish the year already feeling lighter, stronger, and more confident? That's what happens with PhD Weight Loss. Their metabolic reset system teaches your body to burn fat first, naturally and sustainable. I lost over 30 pounds with PhD, and it changed everything. My coach helped me through travel, holidays, parties. I actually enjoyed the season and lost weight. So don't wait. For Black Friday only, they're offering their best deal ever. Consultation free waived. 2 free weeks. Their 5 steps to reset the scale book, and your food is absolutely covered. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900. Mention Best Deal or visit online at myphdweightloss.com. That's it for today's edition of Just the Truth. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition Studio. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. If you haven't joined our mailing list yet, visit my website, joeyhudson.com. Just click on the Connect with Joey button so that you can receive our emails and the most up-to-date news. Also, find me on YouTube. Be sure and like, subscribe, follow me on my YouTube channel. Just search for Joey Hudson. Appreciate you spending a few minutes of your day with me. Be sure and forward this edition of Just the Truth to some friends. Just click on the share button. Send it to a few of your contacts, because if we're going to build our community and if we're going to win in November, we got to build an army of conservatives. The way we beat Joe Biden is through educating people, and no better way than encouraging them to listen to Just the Truth. Hey, keep those comments coming via the Furman Ford text line, 864-477-JOEY, 864-477-5639. Your emails always welcome as well. Joey@joeyhudson.com. Don't forget to take advantage of the MyPillow special, $25 for the My Towels 6-piece towel set when you use promo code Joey. Just go to mypillow.com.